We clocked in. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Champions Corner. I'm Ali John here with my two amazing co-hosts.
The gang, the Prince, the network.
We got Prince. And we got a group of people in here. Very special guests. Jersey's own high-class Hoodlums.
Prince Hill in the building.
Everybody got to introduce themselves, please.
My name is Proda, producer, lyricist, all-around creative. You know what I mean?
Lit dreads.
Infinity, songwriter, sonic poet.
I'll go by the name Prince Hill. I just do a lot of shit.
Yeah, man, we in the building. Thank y'all for coming through, man.
Thanks for having us.
Happy to be here.
Where's everybody from? Are y'all all from the same spot? Or is everybody from different places?
Pretty much.
You're from Newark.
Yeah, everybody from Newark.
Yeah.
What part of Newark?
I'm from the South Ward.
South Ward?
Westward.
Number blocks.
Yes.
Damn.
So how did y'all link up? Like, how did this whole thing link up? Since y'all all like different parts in different areas.
Well, Infinity and I, we grew up on the same block, like 2 doors down from each other type shit. So we don't never remember not knowing each other. Like, we've been friends since the sandbox type shit.
Literally.
Pardon, could I curse on
here?
Yeah.
It's too late now.
Yeah, word. And so like him and I been making music since we was young, you know what I mean, started taking it serious and, you know what I mean, just continuing our growth, you know what I mean.
Facts. And I met Prince through Hawk at the Jiggy Walk shoot. This was about like 2014?
14.
Yeah.
Nah, 15. 15? Yeah.
Some time ago.
Word.
So it was lit. After that, like, we just clicked automatically.
Word.
You know?
Niggas family.
Yeah.
So what do you got? What does High Class like about Prince Hill? What does Prince Hill love about High Class? I'm just curious.
Oh, well, me personally, like, I don't know. I just like the substance in the music. First of all, niggas do shit with purpose. You feel what I'm saying? That's most important for me because I don't like that bullshit. Like, niggas just be talking. Like, niggas don't be having no story to tell. So with them, like, it just meshed well. Like, niggas about positive energy. Like, all that hate and bullshit. Like, it's always unity. Like, every time I came around, I feel like a brother. Like, it was never like no bullshit. So that's why I fuck with them. Like, OD. Yeah, fuck with them. And I met Hot first on some high school shit, young as hell. I think I was like sophomore year in high school. I met Hot, and then I met Ty first. I think Ty pulled up on me, and that's how I found out about you. I really found out about what was going on. Word up, and then they put me onto your event, and then like
the warehouse concert. That's the first time I ever saw you perform.
I'm keeping it a buck. I was like all punking out and shit. I'm like, I ain't about to do it. Then they was on my ass, like, especially Hot, like, come on, you gotta do it, come on, cause I was like, no bullshit. I was at like a weird point in my career, but no bullshit, bro came through, and he was like, nah, you gotta do this, and I ain't gonna hold you. That show right there, that shit, like, that really gave me the confidence, like, to.
What's crazy is that show was. I did a warehouse concert not long ago. Fat Boy was the host. That's before Fat Boy even took off. From one of their men, Sam Sipmore. Shout out to Sam. And I was like, damn, I'm gonna put together a show in like a couple hours. Like, he was like, yeah, I got the spot today. You wanna do something? I'm like, oh my God. So we did it. It was lit. I had fun. When I seen Prince, I was like, who is that? They was like, that's Prince Hill. I was like, I gotta get his contact. Like, they lit. High Class toward the stage up. It was a lit experience.
That was crazy.
That's really how it went. No bullshit.
Tree, she was supposed to be there too.
Oh yeah.
The Tree Safari.
So you guys have a really dope show coming up. I contacted Ty because I was like, damn, this is a dope lineup. Like, this is all the people that I started with: High Class, Prince, Mac McCray, Tree Safari, Khalil. Like, that's just a lit ass lineup. How did you, Ty, you came up with the show, right? How the hell did you do that?
Basically,
you gotta introduce yourself, bro.
Sound sharp, you feel me?
It's the man behind
entrepreneur, businessman, all of that, you feel me? Basically, I was just sitting there with Hawk, and I'm like, yo, I want to start a promotional company, entertainment company, where we put on really good concerts. I got tired of going to shows, and it'd be like 2 dope artists, and then everybody else still kind of feeling their way out. So I was like, I want to put a show together where all the artists that are kind of at the same level, where we all got a nice buzz around the city, and people are really like, fans of our craft, could go to one show and be like, yo, I get to see everybody I like you know what I'm saying, I don't get to meet them off Instagram and stuff like that. So I put everybody together, and we happen to all know each other personally going into this music thing. So it was easy to say, yo, you want to do a show? They like, you want to do a show? Hell yeah, I want to do a show. You know what I'm saying? So from there, you know what I'm saying, I contact everybody and we put it together.
That's dope.
And it's crazy because not many people actually want to be behind the scenes. Everybody want to be a star. Everybody want to be in front of the camera. What made you want to be behind the scenes instead of being a rapper or whatever the case may be?
I mean, I started off as a rapper, little kid. I was with it, but then I fell in love with other things like sports and everything, so I kind of fell back. But like 2013, I had left Jersey. When I left Jersey, I had got like I seen all my friends, you know, Pro and Infinity. I knew because I was like 12 years old. I was like, I seen them doing their thing, and I felt like we need to bring something together where we could be strong mentally and everything like that. And I feel like when you got a good team around you, things successfully happen. So me myself, I was like, yo, I love business. I love putting together shows and parties and things. So I hit Pro to like, yo, I want to manage you, bro. Let's do this and that. And he was like, all right, cool, let's do that. You feel me? And then from there, you know what I'm saying, I talked to B. B was with it, and then from there, we've been going ever since like 2013, going crazy.
Yeah.
Word. Yeah, I never forget that conversation too, because it was like, it was crazy. Like, Infinity and I had just started going, like, we just graduated high school, going off to college and stuff. So we was kind of like at a mode like where we could be going in two different directions. When Todd came through, he was like, yo, bro, like, I see you doing it, I see you and Infinity doing it, but it's like, you right here with it. If we had a team for real behind it, we could take it to the next level. And then once he said that, like, my mind opened up and we was like, yo, like, all right, so how we gonna do this? So we just got all our closest friends together, and then that's how High Class Hoodlums was formed from that day. Like,
that's good.
Word.
And it's crazy because, like, it's rare that you have a couple people that share the same vision, and it's even more rare that you guys grew up together. So everybody, like, y'all came from the same struggle. Y'all all knew each other since, like, y'all was kids. So for y'all to share the same kind of vision, that's very, very, very rare. It's crazy.
It definitely helped. Like,
I think it's dope also because, like, it keeps like we have like a lot of great chemistry, you know. So like 9 times out of 10, like, I already know what Pro thinking before he say anything. Before Ty say anything, I know what he thinking. So we all on the same like plane of thinking before we could even like air it out, you know. So it's dope.
And that was kind of my next question. I know you say you produce. So like, do you produce like the beats and everything for the whole group, or like?
Yeah, I produce everything.
Oh, so you produce everything in house, like
everything
in house, and like.
I mean, I do got people that like, you know, help out and stuff. I got this producer who he just actually got signed to One Umbrella. This dude named 212,
nice.
Crazy. Like he produced Halo, but I co-produced it. You know what I mean? So I do most of the production myself, but then also have collaborators as well.
Now, secondly, that don't make you feel overwhelmed as an artist also? Because you play both sides.
I feel like for me, production is like my heart. Like, I love that. Production and performing is like my two main loves and passion. Like, you know what I mean? If somebody said you can never write a rap again, or you can never make a beat again, I'm not writing no raps. I'm making beats and I'm making the music, because for me, like, I feel like the production is the world. You know what I mean? Being a producer allowed me to be like an architect. You know what I mean? I get to create landscapes and shit like that.
All right, you say you love performing, and I personally feel like performing is low key like a lost art. Cause a lot of people, they do their showcases, they do their thing, and they rap into their mans, or they rap into the few people they brought. You feel me? No people really perform. So what do you feel as though sets your performance apart as like an artist? You feel me? Like,
I got you. Listen, I mean, hey,
he like, okay,
before you answer that question, before you ask that question, pardon me. Before you answer that question, I could tell from you asking that question, you've never been to a high class.
I haven't been.
Never been to it.
It's an experience. I'm just letting you know. When I was there, I actually jumped on stage with him. Like, I'm gonna keep it a buck. As an artist, I couldn't even keep up. Like, that shit, I was just sitting there watching. Like yo, these niggas amazing. Like, that shit is a show. Like, they ready for like that big stage, that Coachella stage, and
energy.
Shit like that. That's facts. Like, you don't even gotta like. You don't gotta know their music. But if you come to, it ain't like they gotta sit there and bring out a bunch of people they know to get people vibing with their music. They got the energy. It's gonna bring that shit. It's organic. People gonna fuck with that, and that's what I see. Like, from me seeing him perform, even watching. You just gotta watch the show. Like,
exactly.
Seriously.
What was you about to say?
Yeah, but nah, the performance thing, that's like one of the biggest things when we first started that I was like aggressively on, like, yo, we gotta go crazy on stage. A lot of performances is like dead. So like when you get on stage, you gotta make people feel what you saying. Like every word they gotta wanna, you know what I'm saying, they waiting for that word. So like that's another thing too. I push to even other artists on this bill that we got on the New Wave on Saturday. I called Prince like, yo, you ready for a 20-minute performance? He like, I'm in the gym right now getting ready because he know I'm gonna be on him. Like,
yeah, I'm about to say you on like your Diddy, like you got them rehearsal and shit like that, like you yelling at him and shit.
Yeah, I'm that dude. Like, yo, do that again.
I'm saying you got to though. You got to though.
Get the cheesecake.
That's what I'm saying. Like somebody gotta do it. Like somebody gotta do it.
Somebody do gotta do it. But also too is like it's good help for them because they gonna feel like they're gonna get the best out of themselves, and then when they get on stage and they see it, they look at me like, you know, you was right, bro. Like, it look tough with choreography, things like that. So we just putting little things in that make the live performance better. So like when I see artists that I'm a fan of, like, I'm a fan of Prince Hill. So when I see Prince Hill perform, when he get off the stage, I ain't gonna be like, yo, that was a great job. I'm like, yo, listen, bro, this is what you could have did better, this and that. Or you're breathing, this is what you could do this time. You feel what I'm saying? So like, I want to make sure that every artist that get on stage or get a chance to actually perform in front of fans, they do their best. Like they get their best out of what they trying to do because they taking it serious. It's their livelihood.
Exactly.
So I don't want them to waste their time. I want them to get everything up out of it.
Exactly.
Also, like in addition to that, like as a performer, I feel like my sole role is to make sure whoever's in the crowd feels the music as much as I feel it when I made it, you know? And I feel like that's really important because that's the only way you gonna like get people to understand where you coming from and what you about. Like it's really important.
So you feel as though like, so you say you want people to feel your music, that's more the reason why you make more meaningful music versus like what most people make, which is like some of this bullshit and what they saying.
I know that's one for me. Like even with like a lot of the music I've been creating like over the years, it's easier to talk to people. Like people can hear you more, they feeling you. Like if side some shit, I'm just gonna bop my head to it right quick. It's cool and all that, but you look at the longevity artists, the artists who really stick around for years and years to come, niggas who they 50 and they can sell out shows because of a song that they made or an album they made when they was 25 or 22, whatever, because they paid attention to what they had to say. They spoke to people's souls. Listen, why you think Juicy on the radio? Not because it's Biggie Smalls, it's because listen to the content. He talked that struggle, and that's the same type of shit. When you got substance in your music, that's the type of shit that's going to stick around forever. And that's why, like, I mean,
when I got that the other day when I was, remember when I tagged you, I was in my car and I was as I do all the time, but I was like, yo, I was like, if I could compare Prince to anybody in the industry, it would be Tory Lanez. Like this nigga's like the Tory Lanez of New Jersey. Like I swear to God, when I think it was I don't fucking remember what song, but yeah, I was saying like I could really compare you to Tory Lanez. You're a monster at the remixes.
I always say like when artists make music, it tends to mirror the people that they grew up listening to, or the people that they grew up idolizing. Who's some of the people that kind of influenced y'all and the reason why y'all do music?
I would say one group would be like Outkast. Like, yo, it's crazy. That. Like growing up watching the videos of them and stuff, like it made me like feel like all of this other stuff that's going on, I could just be myself. Like I don't really gotta try to be nobody else. I could like bring the funk myself. Like, you know.
Facts.
Yeah.
That's facts.
I was gonna say that too. Go ahead.
I came up on like I can't really pinpoint it because I like you a sponge, like especially in this game, like you gotta be a sponge to everything. So I came up from everything from gospel shit like Kirk Franklin and shit like that, and to house music, to Drake, Kanye, Michael Jackson especially.
Yeah, I was just about to say I feel like Michael Jackson. I was
gonna say something. I like Michael Jackson. Like,
He got it down back though.
Singing that.
Yo, I remember like the first show I ever seen Prince perform at, bro. He was performing, right? And he hit that note and the veins popped out his face. And I was like, yo, this nigga is ill, bro.
I think one of the first time I ever seen Prince Hill perform, it was like the Never Get Shit we booked him for and shit. And it was a stage that I built, because we didn't have a stage, so I built the stage.
Yes,
and I remember Prince Hill jumped on stage, and then he brought like Splurge, 3-4 other people, and I'm just looking from the side. And I built the stage as sturdy as possible. And they jumping up and down. I see that shit bounce like 4 times. I'm like, yo, this nigga got this shit going up. But everything I love, I put this on everything I love. I'm like, yo, this nigga going up, but I'm gonna leave. So if this shit break, they gotta come get me. So gotta come get me because he fucked this shit up. I was like, I don't like it stayed though, but I was like, yo, he fucked that shit up, bro. I'll watch that shit go down and come up. I'm like, yo, that shit gonna break, but we killed this shit. I'm just gonna leave, so Kayy gotta come get me. But that shit was live though. Like that shit was live.
That goes to show the type of energy that he bring when he performed though. Yo, he can remix a Michael Jackson song. Like Drake tried to do that shit. It was terrible. I'm not gonna say terrible. I wasn't feeling
only
it.
certain people get it off. But how you feel about the A Boogie Michael Jackson remix? I feel like at first he didn't get it off, but I feel like low key he kind of got that off.
Honestly, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I don't like. I mean, everybody like music is music, but honestly, yeah, it's whatever. Me personally, I wasn't really like. I'm not a fan of it.
I didn't really feel it.
I feel like if you flip,
it was a waste. It was. He could have did that. He could have actually used that clean. I know he had to get that shit clear.
Exactly.
He could have used that shit for something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He should have taken his time with it.
All songs.
He should have taken his time with it.
Classic shit. You could have got a piece of the beat.
If you flip a Michael Jackson song, it has to have some meaning.
Word.
Rapping about this, that, and
Yeah, for real.
Michael Jackson been singing soulful shit since he was a kid.
Yeah, I feel like that's why I always say like, if you flip a song, it gotta be like how Kendrick took Poetic Justice. Like that shit is like now you hear Poetic Justice, you don't know which one to sing first.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? But it's like you gotta take over that whole shit. You feel me? But I want to touch on swag. You feel me? Cause I peeped the chain. But is it the chain from the dude who he making them shits from on Instagram? I forgot his name.
Christopher something.
Yeah, like is that the shit?
Nah. So this
I was
actually.
about to say, nigga, you gotta be a scammer. You gotta be dropping that bag somewhere.
This a new brand. It's actually a jewelry line by my homegirl Tosh.
Nice.
It's called Girl Strike. And she make body jewelry. This is a custom piece that she did for me because I seen her doing it. But she usually make like women's jewelry, like all body, like crazy shit.
That's
So
fire.
I've been to a few
Shout
of
out
her, like little launch parties, and this is fire. Girl Strike. If any females is watching, feel me, get you some nice body jewelry.
That's fire.
Yeah.
Oh, and you all got the high class shirts on too.
Oh yeah.
It's all about branding, man. They gotta come up and brand
Platinum Dream.
Speaking of Platinum Dreams, right? I was listening to Platinum Dreams today, and that's why, like, when he said he was influenced by Outkast, it kind of made sense to me because it's like a little bridge in the song. I was like, yo, that sounds real Outkast-ish. Like, plus the visual. And like y'all did a short film for it,
visuals.
so I was watching it today. I'm like, oh,
they are crazy with the visuals, like
amazing.
All three.
Yeah.
Like y'all be doing some crazy shit, and then I'll see Prince video, and he be doing some, like, where does it come? Where does the creative control come from?
All us just smoking hella weed and being in the room, like listening to the music, imagining what it would look like. You know what I mean? That's pretty much.
I'm about to
That's
say, how
dope.
hard is it as an artist? I work with a bunch of different artists, and like I work with artists and they do their music videos. But how hard is it as an artist finding a director that can give you what you want out of a video? Because I know you be asking for, you sit there, you be like, bruh, this ain't what I want. This ain't what's in my head. Because you know you got the image that's in your head.
Yeah.
So like, how hard is it? How much time does that shit take?
Well, I mean, luckily with our experience, we've been working with some directors that's pretty like spot on. Like they kind of understand where we coming from. Like for our Halo video, we work with Who the Wiz. I actually heard of Who the Wiz from watching Prince videos.
Day one.
And
Crazy
he got
visuals.
like his visuals is crazy. Like
Me and Wiz go 10 years back, high school freshman. Like me and this nigga been best friends since freshman year. Like so as we met, like on some dressing shit. Like oh, he had some fly shit on, I had some fly shit on. One of my other boys, there was three of us, and we was just like we was tight since then. He went, but he be doing his thing with the visuals.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah,
so
He
I
like,
can't.
I feel like he's on his Cole Bennett shit type.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
yeah,
nah.
he
I
like
want
a
to, but
better
he
Cole
always.
Bennett.
But even before I even heard of a Cole Bennett, he
Yeah,
had
that's what I'm
it in him.
saying. That's what I'm
I ain't
saying.
even gonna hold. That's where it was dope to see Cole Bennett. Cole Bennett really put the battery in his back to really be a little bit more free. Because that's when I seen what he could do. I was on some shit like, oh, you could do this. But I'm always looking at some shit like, oh, this is how it could be bigger and better. So I'm like, oh nah, you could do this. Oh, all right, we're gonna do this for my video. Fuck that. Like, for my video, we gonna test this out. We gonna try this shit out. A lot of videos that me and Wiz done shot never even came out. It's because we was just doing a lot of trial and error shit. But I worked closely with him and shit. Like, so it's just like I was able to see what. I mean, I trust him with everything I do. So. I'm pretty sure they trust him too because they working with him too. So it's like a lot of people starting to work with Wiz now. He coming up right now because he really gets your vision out there, like shit that you like they like you said you can smoke and imagine and your wildest shit. He'll sit there and make those dreams come true visually, but on a whole nother level that you wouldn't even have thought of. And that's what I like his mind. He a great mind. Like I mean, so
facts.
but facts.
So yeah,
Shout
Who the
out
Wiz, he definitely one of them. Another person who's really close to our team is this girl named Danielle Boyd.
I was reading about her.
Yeah,
Very dope.
She's like an angel sent from the heavens for real, cause she's the type of person that really put a team together and like make things work. Like you would think, like for the short film that we did, you know what I mean, we had a one idea how it was gonna be, but we took it to the next level because she was like, all right, we're gonna get this producer, we're gonna get this we're gonna get this production team, we're gonna get this, we're gonna get that, we're gonna get that, and then made that shit into what it was, and like just took it to that next level, you know what I mean?
Nah, that's
on
what real.
top of that, like her like organization skills are like crazy, like, you know, so like, you know, we could be slacking just a little bit and she'll put the fire under your ass, like, yo, what's up?
So you're not afraid to let somebody else drive the boat, like
You can be.
yeah, some artists be on some shit.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, we make the map. We make the map. I'ma hire the people to clean the boat. I'ma hire the people to build the boat. I'ma hire the people to drive the boat. But we know where we going, type shit.
All right, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Fine.
That's fine.
So what about you just don't like do short films for videos. You actually did Pray.
Yeah.
That was a while back, but what was going through your mind when you created that?
So basically, when I made Pray, and this film still hasn't released yet to the public. Like, it's been in a few film festivals and won some awards, but I haven't released it to the public yet. But what it is like basically Inception meets Boys in the Hood. You know what I mean? So it's like the story starts out with this kid who's like, you know what I mean, and this group of friends who's kind of, he's not really down all the way. He want to be cool because these his friends, but also he got a mind of his own.
Right.
In the story, he ends up getting killed in the first scene, and so from that moment on, it's like a trip in his mind of like how things are going. He's like almost in like a limbo state, you know what I mean, as he journeys through finding the end of the tunnel, which is life, or, you know what I mean, death.
While he's dying.
While he's so the story is like takes place all in his mind. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I see why that won awards, cause like
That tripped me out for a second. Like, nigga, am I alive right now? Nigga, like, I done died in a dream before, so I don't. Nigga, you done fucked me up just now. Like,
that's why it's called Pray, because it's called Pray spelled Praey, and that's like the A and E is together, because it's like when you come from where we come from, you pray, like it's opposition all around you, but you know what I'm saying, it's still that hope, it's still that light, that's pray, that's like you giving it up to God, you giving it up to the universe to help you, guide you through all this stuff that you're going through. So
that's a super relatable story too, because anybody to come up in Newark, they know like everybody's been in that situation before. Like, yo, all my friends is doing this. I'm not really like that, but these my friends. Like, I want to go do what they doing, so like we can still be cool. But sometimes it's really good to just follow your own mind and be like, you know what, I'm gonna just go do this. So that's mad dope. I respect that. That's dope.
Weird. He gave me the chills. I ain't even see it yet. Like, damn, I want to watch it right now.
Is it gonna be released to the public?
Yeah, it is. I just want to put a nice packaging around it. Okay. Like, I don't want to just drop it and not have it focused.
That's definitely a gem.
Yeah.
You gotta wrap it the right way. Yeah.
So I didn't even know all that. That's right.
how do you stay focused, like, in the environment you in, with everything you trying to have going on, everything you trying to do? Like, how do you stay focused and maintain focus and stay disciplined?
Music, for real.
Yeah, like, I also think it's mainly about like keeping your eye on the prize and stuff. You know, like despite everything that's going on around you, you gotta always have a mindset of what you started with and why you started in the first place. You know, so just keeping your mind level headed, staying around like creatives amongst yourself. You know, that's just like you. That's going to help you push the boat that way. Like, it's all about that. That's going to keep you on the same path to like wake up every day and be like, this is my goal, my long term, my short term, and my medium term goal. I'm gonna get it done. You know.
Makes sense. So what are some goals y'all got in like in the near future and the far future, I guess?
I would say one is to kick up more shows. You know, get the touring a little wavy. Right now we're in the process of like booking something international. You know, so that's what the main focus is
the
right
wave
now
anyway.
for short term.
Or like one of the goals I'm like what I'm working on right now is just honestly I'm really trying to perfect my craft for my art, because I make music as well, but like everybody know I make music, but I'm actually a graphic designer and I make cartoon animation. So
you be doing your own shit?
Yeah, I do all my own shit.
Okay.
Yeah. I started this like 8 months ago. I went to school for it, but I actually started doing it 8 months ago, and I just been excelling in that. And it actually gave me more time to really find myself within myself again, like with just getting back into art. Period. So that with that, it just helped me see my goal for my music a little clearer. So now I'm just working on an album, and I'm looking for that just to be the best. Like I'm actually inspired by them a lot. Like their whole rollout, the whole militant of just knowing what you really gonna do, having a plan, starting and executing it. And that's one of the first things I really want to see myself, because I know a lot of my music been working, like, and it get numbers and stuff like that, get traction, but I feel like a lot of it I just been trying to really like focus on just doing something that's way more meaningful, like an actual project, something that could really be presented to people so that they could really understand who I get a better view of who I am, because I'm not a social media type person. I'm like, I just make music and I live my life and I do what I do, like, and you feel what I'm saying? So, but I want to do more shows. I want to start with the music. I got a story to tell. That's the main thing. I'm like a storyteller in my music. Like when I drop this project, like a lot of people will be able to hear it. Like when
what do you think is the most important part of your story, if you care to tell it without spoiling too much?
The most important part I want to say is telling that story, is like that similar story, like coming from where I come from, and really not being so much of a product of the environment, but having these elements about you, but still having the mind of your own. Not saying like, because there's no one way to be a kid from Newark. You feel what I'm saying? There's no one way to be that, and that's where a lot of people get this idea like, oh, this, if you from Newark, or you gotta be this way, that you gotta be. That's a part of even what being jiggy is, like just being different, like just not being afraid to be different. Like, yeah, I'm from the streets or whatever. I brush shoulders with the toughest. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm just like, I chose a different path in my life, and that's what I want to talk about. Yeah. So,
where did you even get the jiggy movement from?
To be honest, it was Will Smith. But when I really started using it for my own branding, I was really heavily because from like just like style and stuff like that, I was heavily inspired by ASAP, like early 2000s, like 2011, 2012. And I was like, yo, I like these. I actually want to be down with ASAP at one point. Like this, I was fucking with him. I'm like, oh nah, like the whole energy, the vibe, like the unity as a group, like it was just like I was fucking with that. And I started running with it. And then eventually I just found my own little flavor with it. Like I started really branding in my music. Like you will hear, like people know Prince Hill, like
jiggy nigga with an attitude.
You already know jiggy nigga with an attitude, and that's what it is. That's my brand. Like that's what I've been running on for about 6 years now.
And y'all performed at SOBs not too long ago, right?
Yeah.
How was that experience? Because you know SOBs it's like a staple in New York. Like any big act that come to New York, they got to do SOBs. So how was that experience for y'all?
It was amazing. Like, nothing short of amazing. A lot of our peoples came out and supported. You know, crowd was hyped. The show went very smooth. Like, I don't know. Like that, it was dope. Yeah.
Yeah, SOBs was like, it was a crazy experience. It was my first time being at SOBs, right? And I got a shape up in the executive office downstairs, so we was bugging out.
That's
you got the special treatment. You got the special treatment.
That's something you'll say in the rap and they think you lying. Like, you feel me? How'd y'all even get to SOBs? Like, how did that whole thing even come together?
So Major Stage had reached out to us and was asking us to partner with them to do a show. Since we had just released the project, or we was coming up on the release of our project, they hit us up, was like, yo, what's y'all plans? Like, we want to book y'all for a show. So if y'all know Major Stage, they kind of like get independent artists together and like, you know, put on shows for them and like book venues, and then, you know what I mean? It's like that whole thing. So they approached us in that way, and then we actually doing a in studio performance with them on Friday. Like they do some. Are y'all familiar with Colors?
Yeah.
Like online, they do like the in studio live performance.
Yeah, I know you're talking
We're
about.
gonna be doing something similar
That's
to that
dope.
with Major Stage on this Friday.
Yeah,
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Very.
Shout out Major Stage.
Speaking on like, since we like in the Jersey, New York type of thing, do you feel as though you gotta kind of like skate on Jersey to make it out of Jersey?
Skate on it? What you mean?
Yeah, like you gotta get up out of here. You gotta get up out this water, test it out other places.
I feel like you're supposed to do that regardless. Like Like, you supposed to, especially in the world that we in now, where we got our phones and I could instantly talk to somebody that's in Japan, or like I could instantly talk to somebody that's in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can't. I don't feel like you should be focused too much on like feeling like you gotta stay where you at to make it, because the world is much bigger than our backyard. Absolutely. You know what I mean? Like, of course we gonna do it for Jersey because that's where we from. It's what made us. So we gonna do it for Jersey, but shit, I'm trying to see the world too. You know what I mean?
So what's the places you want to go though?
I want to go to Tokyo. I want to go to Australia. I've never been there. I also want to go to
it'd be really
I want to go to Bali.
Bali.
I'm like, this is something naming random places. They gonna be with the kangaroos and shit.
I want to go to Dubai too. Like, I've been to Dubai in the airport, but I never left the airport in Dubai. Wow. I always been there for a layover.
Yeah, cause them layovers be lit. Somebody know they went to Africa. She had like a 6-hour layover in London. I'm like, yo, that's a lit layover, low key. Like, you can say you went to London real quick.
If you leave the airport, like he said though,
like 6 hours, I'm leaving the airport.
Bottle of water was regular. Yeah, I got Cold Stone. Got Cold Stone. It was cool.
But you can rap about that now. You got Cold Stone in Dubai. Like, that's a bar right there. You feel me? Like, dead serious. That's some lit shit.
My passport kind of lit, yo. My passport is not.
That's what it's about, honestly. That's really what it's about. Just getting out of your own backyard and just traveling, going to all these kind of different places.
Word. Because the world open you up to so many different ideas. Facts. It's like the best thing I learned about like traveling is that it's a lot of people that's the same as us. Like, they just kind of look different. You know,
speak a different language.
Speak a different language, but it's like music is what really connect you, because it's like, even though they might not understand everything I'm saying, just is the same as like somebody from Atlanta might not understand my lingo, but you still kind of get hip to what we saying, because it's a frequency, it's a vibration. Like, absolutely. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So being that all of you guys are from Newark, do you guys see yourself trying to do more for the community out there and uplift the kids? And
like, one of the first things I want to do is like bring like after school programs back, like all the way in full effect, and open gyms, because I ain't gonna hold you, that's one of the things I know like seriously affected my community. Because like, I seen that shit. That's what all my childhood friends, we all like, what kept niggas out the street was the after school programs, like the community center. And once they shut that shit down, they took the money away from funding that shit for the city. You start seeing niggas hang out in the block more. So I start seeing ball players turn into this guy. Oh, when you become this type of guy, like that type of shit. That's because they didn't have that. That's me personally. That's what I seen. Like, I seen like all the niggas that once it was no gym, nobody had nowhere to link up no more, and that's changed everything. That changed the whole climate. I seen that shit day by day. I lived in the heart of the South Ward, so I live right in there on Chancellor, like. So I see everything like that's going on. I see the niggas that's not doing this no more, doing this and shit now. So that's one of the main things I want to do. I want to bring that back, to stop that, to change the culture a little bit, keep people like more just in that environment. Like, just instead of being outside doing some bullshit, getting into bullshit, like smoking weed and shit like that. Not saying nothing wrong with it, but at a young age, you know what I mean? It's more shit you can focus on.
That's a big fact. There's a lot of properties out in Newark that can be like bought and reused and refurbished. Like, I've been seeing a hell of a lot of properties. Like, when I get my little bag right, I'm gonna do it, because it's like, it's too easy. Like, it's too easy. And that's an easy bag, bro. It's like, it's housing. It's like real estate.
And that's like the Boys and Girls Club. Like, yo, I used to go to the Boys and Girls Club heavy. Like, yo, every day after school. Oh, Boys and Girls Club. They used to have mad stuff to do, and I feel like it opens up your like. You know, it opens up everything around you from just being like in Newark, just chilling. As Prince said, you know, like I learned how to swim at the Boys and Girls Club.
That's a fact.
Like, I learned how to play basketball. They had Flip City, so I feel like that's really important. I know Ty want to open up a campus and stuff.
Dope.
So we're gonna have a classic campus.
Like a college campus or like a.
Like the campus I'm talking about more so is like a community. So I want to start building housing and complexes where the kids won't have to leave their actual complex. They will grow up like a family, to where they go to school there, they play basketball for their same school and their same complex. To where if you a parent, when you go to work, you ain't got to worry about where your son is at. He ain't got to take 3 buses to go to school in a different section of the city. He gonna go to school in the complex. So for me, it takes like a village to raise a child.
And then
so we gonna be like a village.
Their kids' ass and shit again.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be more so close. Like my mother, she grew up like in Newark way back in the day, where the projects, everybody knew everybody, to where nothing could happen to somebody and nobody know what's going on.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So
it takes a
when
village.
she told me stuff like that, I was like, I want to, contribute that. And we've been talking about this since we linked up. We've been in the same type of mental mind state, to where we want to build and build and build and help the community out and do more so that we can have more. Like High Class Hoodlums is really a lifestyle brand, so we trying to breed more of those type of children. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a fact. That's lit. With that, it's like it takes a village. And so many, unfortunately, moms are now single moms and can't afford to send their kids to camp or whatever the case may be. So that's a dope ass idea.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of single fathers I'm seeing now too.
True.
I just worked for Newark Board of Education, and most of the people I see picking up their kids from school
dads.
are dads. You feel what I'm saying? So I think like seeing that too. I think in our generation it kind of switched up to where we grew up with. Maybe a lot of us didn't grow up with fathers. To where nowadays it's like all of us want to be a better dad or want to be more so in our child's life. So
when you build a community like that, the kids have people to actually look after them.
Exactly.
Like,
you know what I'm saying? So you got more than just your dad. You got your
uncles
and things like that. So it's like a big thing. I mean, even for us, like our biggest thing is like I know it brings us all joy being uncles. So that's like a happy joy for us. When I see that, you can see that all over our profiles and things like that.
True. That's awesome. So what type of energy are you guys expecting for Saturday?
Oh man. What you think, Hawk? What you think, Hawk?
So I've been throughout the whole week, I just been going to work and talking to my coworker about this shit. I'm like, this shit is some little white boy, whatever. But that's my man, Vinny and shit. I don't play Vinny, but I'm like, yo, this shit about to be crazy because he don't really know nothing about it. He ain't never been to a High Class show either. Feel me? So I'm just like, damn. I'm every day I'm looking at the lineup like, damn. Prince Hill, High Class.
I do that shit too. I ain't gonna hold you. I was like, yo, they really did that.
I'm just like, everybody, I really don't know what to expect no more on Saturday. Like I know it's gonna be crazy, but I don't know.
This a legendary moment.
This right here, this is literally where I was just talking to my other day about it too. Literally everybody on this lineup kind of grew up with each other or just knew each other from 10 years ago type shit, off of the music shit, or just knowing each other personally. Like Prince said earlier, I knew him since my freshman year in high school. He was a junior or sophomore, something like that, maybe a little bit earlier. Tree,
I think it was junior.
I knew her since I went to Cicely Tyson in 6th grade. These niggas I knew. Tyson. I started knowing Pro in freshman year at Benedict's. Then Khalil, we did a show with him years back, which I didn't even remember that. Mac, I met through them or whatever.
We've been in the group. I mean, the lineup really. We all kind of started at the same time. Our first show, it was us and we had said New Jeru, and we seen a dude in the crowd look up yo, what y'all mean? And it was Khalil Gibran, you feel what I'm saying? And then from there, we was in a barbershop downtown. You feel what I'm saying? Doing the show, and then from there,
stage cut.
You feel what I'm saying? That's where we started at. And then from there, you feel what I'm saying? We met Mac through the grapevine, through doing shows.
It's crazy because Mac actually, he used to come to my events when I had the clothing line with Sip. Top tier. He used to always come and he used to perform there too, but I ain't really know him like that. But it's crazy, that shit was dumb long ago.
We all started kind of similar around each other. You feel what I'm saying? Until even where Prince.
So it's like a family. It goes further than music. Where?
Everybody. I remember Tree first show was at your show. You know what I'm saying? And that's when Prince first met Tree. You feel what I'm saying? We just met Prince probably a couple weeks before that. So it was he lived up the block from me. I ain't even know. You know what I'm saying? Just walked to his crib oh, what's good, bro? I ain't even know. You know what I'm saying? What's going on? So that's crazy. So everybody on this card is legit, you know what I'm saying, family to me. I know them personally to where I'm texting them and talking to them. You feel what I'm saying? Even my boy Famous Odie, he's a newcomer up in the music scene. I'm real close with all his family and everything like that. So when he was telling me he's doing music, I got interested, and then he started playing me records, and I'm like, yo, this is dope, bro. Dope. You feel what I'm saying? So I feel this for him, he taking it serious. He texts me right now yo, I got 10 songs. I'm trying to fit them into the 15. You think I could, go over time? I'm yo, bro, do what you gotta do. You feel what I'm saying? I want you to go up there and do what you wanna, you know what I'm saying? Portray this to the crowd. We be hitting all colleges in Jersey this week. Flyers and everything talking about the show. So y'all look out for that as well. You feel what I'm saying? We want to make sure that we putting good events together, and we gonna keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? We got a show planned for after this as well.
That's good.
It's gonna be a lot of love in the building, like a whole lot of love. Like that's the best thing about it. That's why I was excited about it from the rip. I'm like, oh, that's all love. Like everybody, you know how I'm telling you, it's one thing. I'm telling you, it's a lot of artists that come with egos. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of people come with egos. But this group, this lineup, it's not one ego involved. You feel what I'm saying? It's a lot of everybody that's gonna be there, full of unity. Everybody it's just straight like, oh yeah, we could. Like, ain't gonna bite anybody off to the side. Everybody can literally sit there and jump in anybody's group and messing, like kicking and networking. That's what it's gonna be after. It's gonna be like after the show. It's gonna be like after the I'm closing it out. Yeah. I'm closing the show out. And after that, it's gonna be like a little hour where niggas can just network and everybody can meet, exchange info, whatever it is, vibe, listen to music, whatever. But it's gonna be like a little time for that, but it's gonna be dope. So a lot of artists, if y'all watching this, y'all should definitely come out. And I mean, we some good people, definitely good networking. Good people.
Where it's at, or what's it called for the people who don't know how to get there?
It's called the New Wave. Oh, I got in the car. Oh, my bad. It's called New Wave. It's gonna be on 222 Hollywood Ave, East Orange, New Jersey. New fam, shout out to them. Shout out to Blaze the Rebel. Shout out to Khalil Gibran. Shout out to Mac McCurry. You already know High Class Films in the building. Prince Hill, Famous Odie. You feel what I'm saying? So Tree Safari. It's gonna be a different type of show. You want to see a good show? You feel what I'm saying? You got to come to the show. Make sure everything is good. You feel what I'm saying? All the artists are gonna get treated like artists. I hate when I go to shows and artists is treated like they regular. This is not special to them. So I want to make sure that if you are a promoter or if you're trying to put the events together, come out and see like how everything goes from the beginning to the end, where everything is done organized right and done correctly.
Yeah, I'm encouraging everybody to go to that show because when I seen the flyer, my mouth dropped. I was like, wait, what? That's why I was like, Ty, text me right now.
I sent you the flyer ASAP. I made sure you had to be in the building. He like, yo, you gotta come to this show. You feel me? Because I seen you. I know you back doing everything. So I was definitely want to link up with you and be like, yo, listen, you know what I'm saying? I'm back on this wave. Any artists you know or any artists that you are interviewing and they want to hit a stage, please send them my way. You feel what I'm saying? I'm doing a whole series of new wave events. You know what I'm saying? This right here is for legitimately my favorite artist in the not even tri-state, in Jersey, period. Like I don't think nobody better than these artists is going on the stage, period. I don't care who you gonna name. I just think body of work and what they doing and they whole lane that they in, like nobody sound the same on this card. Right. Nobody gonna make the same type of music. Everybody got their own lane and they dope in their lane. And I feel like that's what makes the show gonna be crazy. Cause I feel like from beginning to end, you gonna be hyped. You know what I'm saying? Like you gonna be like, oh, I can take a break between the set. Nah, it's gonna be right back up. You feel what I'm saying?
We gonna be sweating. Like we shouldn't get dressed up.
Nah, don't get dressed up. You feel what I'm saying? I'm saying you go from High Class to Khalil Gibran to Prince Hill in an order. Like you feel what I'm saying? Like that's gonna be crazy itself. You already know how those three feel me. Those are my favorite performers right now. Watching just those three right there. So me personally, I just think it's gonna be a great event. It's going to be a lot of love in the room, as Prince said, and y'all feel me. We come in to turn up. You feel what I'm saying?
It's lit. I'm so happy and excited for you guys. Thank you for coming and sharing a lot of wisdom today. I enjoyed the show. I hope everyone else
thoroughly enjoyed the show.
Thank you for having us.
Of course. So we gonna close out. You guys wanna say your Instagram names, let people get better acquainted?
Yes, everything High Class Hoodlums. Straight like it sound. High Class Hoodlums. Yeah.
Can y'all do y'all drops too? Cause it's just cool to see you do it. And y'all all got drops.
Go ahead, B. You gotta say it.
High Class shit.
I ain't about to do it.
Come on.
Chicken nigga with an attitude.
He cheating. He got like 4 of them. And he shout out to everybody tuned into Champions Corner today. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Be up on iTunes momentarily, on YouTube. Shout out to our cameraman, Mal. Shout out to Focus, the guy behind the cameras. We're at LRM Network, and we are out. Peace.